Hello everyone. Welcome to the next task number 18 of week 4 of learning C with the help of examples. Now this program is basically a program to find out body mass index, okay, of a particular user. So basically what the user does is user enters the height and weight, and this particular code calculates the BMI and then judges whether the user is underweight, normal weight, overweight, or obese. Okay. So now, what is the logic behind this? Is first of all, we have to find out what is the formula for the BMI index calculation. So that we have given over here. So basically, the BMI is weight divided by height square, where weight should be in kgs and height should be in meters. Okay. And the program should look something like this. So the user enters the weight in meters, let's say 1.73 meters, and the height in meters and the weight in kgs, let's say 95. It should calculate the BMI, and it should tell whether he is so in this case he is obese. Okay, so this category the program should tell. Okay, so basically the calculation is very simple. You just have to use the formula, right? And for checking whether he is belongs to which category of BMI, you just have to use a as the program says, you have to use a elseif ladder to check that. Okay, so let's begin. So first of all, I need two variables to store the height and weight, and one to store the BMI, right? So I will just start with since these values can be can have decimal points, so I will take them as floating character, sorry, data type as float. And now I can say, let's say I have height and weight and BMI, right? So now I have three variables. First job is to print the and tell the user what this software is about. So BMI calculator, right? And then I have to take the input from the user, so I can do scanf, and let's say because it is float, I will use %f comma height, and always remember to add the ampersand sign. So once I have this, I should tell the user what is the data that they have to enter. So for that I will use a printf, and I will just tell them to enter height. In the bracket I will just say in meters, right? So once that is done, my input for the height is finished. Then I will do the same thing for weight, enter weight in kgs. Okay, so height and weight are done. Now to calculate the BMI, I can simply do BMI is equal to, so let's refer the formula. It is weight divided by height square. Okay, so weight divided by, inside bracket, height into height. Okay, so small h, height into height. Okay, just look at the brackets that I have put over here. This is very important, because if you forget these brackets, then what happens is, let's suppose you do this. Okay, if you do this, what happens is, this is done first, this weight divided by height is done first, and then the result will be multiplied by height. Okay, so this is done first and the result will be multiplied by the height, and that will create this, take this to the numerator. That is not what we want. Okay, so that's why brackets at appropriate places is very important. Okay, so once we have the BMI, then the only thing left is to find out whether he belongs to which category, right? So to do that, we are told to use if elseif ladder, right? So elseif ladder starts with an if, then I should have elseif. Okay, so number of elseif depends on how many conditions I am going to check. So elseif again, and let's see how many conditions I have to check. I have one. Okay, so let's say this is if, then this is one else if, then another else if, and this will be else. Okay, so always remember, in an else if ladder, if you have let's say 4 conditions or 5 conditions to check, then the first will be under the if statement, the last one will be under the else statement, and the remaining in between, they will be in the else if statement. Okay, so let us begin. So anything which is less than or equal to 18.5 means he is underweight, right? So I will just start with BMI less than equal to 18.5, right? So that means just printf underweight. Okay, so that is done. I will paste everything and then change the tags. Okay, so this is done. Next is, if the user is more than 18.5 and less than 24.9, right? So if BMI is greater than 18.5 and BMI is less than equal to, what is the value, 24.9. okay, 24.9, then I would say he is normal, right? The next one is, if he is between 25 to 29.9. okay, so I will just copy this entire thing from here, paste it over here, and this will become 25 to 29. okay, 25 to 29.9. okay, and above that, that is else, it will be, okay, oh, before that, it is overweight. This is overweight, and above that, if he comes over here, so I would say obese, right? So these are the 4 categories, and I think our program is ready. I will just run this. So enter the height, let's say 1.72 is the height, and the weight is 59 kgs. If I enter, it says normal. Okay, now one thing missing is, it says normal, but it is not showing the BMI. okay, so actually we calculated the BMI over here, but we never displayed it. okay, so we just add the printf statement over here, and BMI is equal to %f comma BMI, and I think that is enough. Let's say 1.73, enter 59 kgs, and you can see 9.713, and I think slash n would be better, right, so that these things come on a new line. Okay, so I added a /n over here. Okay, so once BMI is printed, then all the remaining things will be printed on a new line. Okay, so that is done. And another thing that I can do is I can just add a precision over here, because I don't want to have a big fraction, right? So I can just add 0.2 over here, and I think this will be our final program. So 1.73 is my height, and let's say 65 is my weight, and perfect, I get the BMI of 21, and it says it is normal. Okay, so I hope this is clear how to use elseif ladder. So see you in the next